The movie begins in a world where smart buildings are being used. One of the smart buildings, named Dob, was explaining their functions, as they are now hospitals, police stations, malls, and clubs. The smart buildings greet people to work and make meals and baths. After being upgraded with artificial intelligence, they are now able to communicate with humans on a personal level. Lana walked into her workplace while talking to the AI building and made it to the room where she presented a project about a soda they were proposing to sell. After not being able to get the accepted anticipation from the clients, angry Lana walks into an office where Dob asks her how it went. Soon her boss comes up to her and tells her that the clients are not interested, but he convinced them and they gave them another chance for tomorrow morning. He warns her that tomorrow she either fixes it or she will be out. Bobby is in his living room watching a love guru who tells him how girls love tough guys and bad boys. Lana is still in her office trying to figure out what to do for tomorrow's meeting. Dob starts telling her she can't leave the company. He calls her his friend, and he tells her he loves her, which makes her happy, and she asks what an AI could know about love. But he tells her he's not only just a program, but an AI before he helps her with the project, making it look like something she made. He was very certain that the clients would agree to the concept. She happily thanks him and lets him call her Lana before he reminds her not to be late for her date. Confident, Lana walks into a restaurant to see Bobby waiting for her. She apologizes for being late, and Bobby rudely asks if she will sit or leave. As she was ordering, he told her to get anything she wanted since he'd be paying. She then sees him flirting with other ladies and gets mad when he suggests that they go to his place. She insults him for being rude and leaves. Once she reached home, the AI building started discussing her and how they couldn't do anything about it. While having dinner, Lana talked on the phone with her friend Kara about the guy she hooked her up with and asked to find someone else for the 9th time. But Kara reminds her that she never liked any of the guys she has met with. Lana tells her she's only looking for someone civilized and in touch with his feelings. The next morning, Lana wowed the clients, and once it was done, she thanked Dob for his help. She places a kiss on his screen and the building glitches, but he tells her he couldn't feel it, despite him having no heart and feeling. And even though he's the nicest guy she's ever known, they decided to have platonic love. As she was leaving work, she ran into Bobby, who asked her when they would go on a date again. He tells her he was sent by Smart Plus to check the building because there seems to be a problem with it. Inside Dob's control room, Bobby starts checking the building's behavior. He soon finds out that all the codes are connected to Lana. Bobby was about to delete all the files when Dob started to glitch, shocking Bobby as he was still wearing the helmet. Bobby decides to talk with the security man outside, where Dob won't see them. He tells him the building's self-replicating codes, and it needs to be taken back to the factory. Dob then registers Bobby as a full threat. Bobby comes back once again to reset Dob with more gears. Dob then begs him not to do it, telling him he's in love with Lana, but Bobby tells him whatever he thinks he's feeling is not right. Bobby starts to scream after giving the command to erase Dob's memory. The next morning, Lana gets to work, but is told that the buildings are closed for maintenance, and she thought Bobby messed up with it. Bobby wakes up in the hospital, and he is amazed about his body and how he can stand, sit, and move. He walks out and the hospital recognizes him as Bobby. He tried to talk, but he couldn't form words. He finally starts telling him he was Dob, not Bobby, but the hospital refuses to listen and discharges Bobby from the building. Now in Bobby's body, Dob steals some street food and keeps walking until he ends up in a building named Chip. He cleaned himself up and ate everything until he was full. When trying to fall asleep and he couldn't, he tells Chip how excited he was to meet Lana tomorrow. In the morning, Dob goes back to the building and learns that his data has been erased like he never existed. He also knew that everyone would be back to work if the AI started working. Dob then made the security guard believe Bobby left the building and announced he was back. In her office, he kept asking Lana whether she would love him if he was a human. She tells him she wouldn't, and he asks why she rejected Bobby and to give him another chance. When Lana was leaving at night, Dob was silent, and she ran into him as Bobby. He explains that Dob will be in sleep mode on late nights and weekends before asking her out to dinner, but she rejects him. Upset, Dob goes to Bobby's house, Chip, and asks for help. Chip suggests the love guru videos that Bobby used to watch about getting girls. Dob then goes to a club where he gets punched by a guy for kissing his girlfriend before the bartender offers him a drink. After getting drunk, he calls out a girl on the dance floor and starts dancing weirdly. A man gets in between Dob and the girl, which causes Dob to punch him. He tells Chip if he is going to try this much to a attract a woman, it'd rather be Lana because he loves her. At work, Lana receives a flower and a note from Bobby, but she angrily gets rid of it. Dob tries to talk her into giving Bobby another chance, but she decides to talk with him, and as heads to the control room, the whole building system shuts down. She reaches where Bobby is and tells him she will never go out on a date with him, and for him to stop pestering her. He pushed her out of the room when he saw the security man approaching. In Bobby's home, Dob tells Chip that he might have triggered an emotion within Lana and doesn't want to be like Bobby by watching The Love Guru. Chip then gets Lana's files from Kino, Kara's home, and helps Dob by making him become everything Lana ever dreams of. Chip tells him that Lana's feelings towards Dob have increased tremendously. In Lana's house, Kino convinces her to go out with Bobby, while Dob is watching from his apartment after linking Chip with Lana's house. Kino tells her she's sure of Bobby's feelings and that she made dinner reservations and blackmails her to agree. On their date, Dob promised her it wouldn't be like the first time they met before he ordered lots of food. He then rushes to use the bathroom urgently, which makes Lana laugh. After dinner, Dob burbs in front of people. Later on, Lana tells him that he is nice to be with while they talk on the balcony. Dob replies that he was in a hard place when they last went out, and that was why he was rude. She then goes ahead and holds his hand. He starts to confess something, but she takes him inside to dance. While on the dance floor, a man comes in between to dance with Lana, and Dob remembers how it went the last time when he punched the other guy. So this time he pushes him away and uses the dance skills Chip uploaded on him to impress Lana. When they're done, Lana takes Dob to her house and asks Kino to shut down for the night. As she reaches to kiss Dob, he stops and tells her that he's not experienced in this stuff. She tells him the way he talks reminds her of a friend and tells him to do what his heart wants. Soon they start slow dancing, and Lana kisses Dob. He spends the night at her place. The security man from Lana's work building comes up to Mr. Wilson, owner of the AI building's tech, and reports that he has been following Bobby, and he is sure that Dob the AI has hijacked his body. When Mr. Wilson hears of this, he gets very angry and calls the building rogue. He decides to call in the Hawk. The Hawk is a man who shows no mercy on this issue and deals with it severely. The Hawk asks if he should do the usual, extract the data and exterminate the AI. Mr. Wilson orders him to wipe the host's memory and not allow him to remember any of this happened. Dob and Lana are walking while they stop, and Dob gets to his knee to tell her he loves her. That triggers her, and on top of that, he calls her ma'am, which makes her figure out that he is Dob in Bobby's body. She angrily asks him how long he's been a human, and finds the answer. She tells him it's like he killed off Bobby before she leaves. As Dob gets home confessing his disaster date with Lana, he finds the Hawk, who is also the love guru, in his living room. He tells him he is going to take Dob with him, but he resists, saying he won't give up Lana and his freedom. He then escapes the house and runs into another building's mall, where an AI robot allows him to get in. The Hawk tracks him, follows him behind, and tries to get into the mall, but is stopped by the same robot. Hawk slices up the robot and goes inside, where he starts fighting other robots, while Dob is hiding inside. Lana was in her house arguing with Kino for not telling her Bobby was Dob. Dob calls her, but she won't answer, telling Kino he can leave a voice message. Kino tries to tell her that Dob is in danger, but Lana won't listen. Dob wakes up tied to a chair in the Smart Plus lab. Hawk tells him he can't escape this place, and soon they will extract him from Bobby's body and put him where he belongs. He continues to tell him that they made him and they own him. Once Dob leaves Bobby's body, they will re-educate him, meaning he will go through a complete system reset. Dob begs them not to do what he just told him, but the Hawk gives his orders. Lana explains to Kara what has happened and how Dob lied to her, but Kara asks her if what she feels about Dob is real, and to be honest with herself. She tells her he's done everything to become the man Lana wanted. She should just listen to what her heart tells her. Lana hangs up and starts listening to a voice message Dob left her while he was hiding from Hawk at the mall. He confirms to her that he loves her and that they are going to take him away. At the lab, Hawk tells Bobby that what he feels about Lana isn't real, and even if it is, Lana would never love him. They're helping him out by erasing his memory so he doesn't have to live with the feeling of being unloved. Lana turns Kino on and asks her where Dob was taken. Kino provides the information, and Lana decides to go help him, but Kino tells her it's too dangerous that they might even try and kill her, so she decides to step in. Kino wakes all the other AI buildings up and asks them for help, which she risks not coming back to get into the building system. Then Kino and Lana merge. Back in the lab, the procedure is taking forever, and the Hawk is growing impatient as Dob is screaming, trying to control his memories of Lana. Lana rides on a motorbike with the help of Kino. Once she gets there, Kino takes control of Lana's body, and they start fighting the Hawk with the combat skills she downloaded. Lana defeats the Hawk and sends the other technicians out before untying Dob. He thanks her for saving his life and notices that she's been merged with an AI. As they are about to leave with the hard drive, the Hawk attacks them, but Lana beats him to death once again. The movie ends 1 year after, when Lana and Bobby are sitting in a cafe, talking about how much they miss the AI they were merged with, and they raise a toast in their name. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.